I'm Meredith Ketzler.
I'm Lucas Morgan.
And I'm Kevin Hoke.
And this week we'll be talking about superhero movies. Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist. Who else would I be talking about but the one and only Tony Stark, aka Iron Man. Iron Man, the 2008 action-adventure sci-fi hit movie, stars Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, Gwyneth Paltrow as Pepper Potts, Terrence Howard as Rhodey, and Jeff Bridges as Obadiah Stane. Tony Stark is the son of a famous inventor and weapons designer who has a weapons presentation in the Middle East to Rhodey's military unit. The Humvee he is riding in gets ambushed and attacked by the enemy. He barely survives and has shrapnel in his chest. With the help of a car battery attached to his chest, he is kept alive in a cave to build weapons for the enemy. Little do they know he has other plans in mind. He finds a way to minimize the battery and power something else. Thus, Iron Man is born. After he escapes from the cave, he begins his new and improved Iron Man and moves away from the weapon-making business. Little did he know, a trusted family friend is behind the ambush and has other plans on what to do with Stark's weapons. Let's take a look at the trailer.
No one's allowed to talk? Is that it? You can't talk?
No, you intimidate them.
Good God, you're a woman.
Is it better to be feared or respected? And I say, is it too much to ask for both? I humbly present the Jericho. To peace.
Tony Stark. Now you work for me. What are you building, Stark?
Your eyes are red. Your tears for your long-lost boss?
Tears of joy. I hate job hunting.
Yeah, vacation's over.
Welcome home, sir.
Put up the scanner, will you? What happened over there?
I had my eyes open.
I want to protect the people I put in harm's way.
A man with a dozen of these can rule all of Asia.
Yeah, I can fly.
Let's see if this dog can hunt. Sir, the upgrade is complete.
Tell you what, throw a little Hot Rod Red in there.
Damn.
Good luck keeping up.
What's going on here?
Let's face it, this is not the worst thing you've caught me doing. There's been speculation that I'm parading around as a superhero. I'm just not the hero type, clearly.
Personally, I thought this was a fantastic movie. Robert Downey Jr. was perfect for the part. The music was awesome, and I don't know, it's one of my favorite Marvel superhero movies. And the director for Iron Man even said he felt because of Robert Downey Jr.'s past with drug addiction and how public it was, he was even better made for Tony Stark to be an appealing narcissist. What else did you guys think?
Personally, I also really enjoyed it. Robert Downey Jr. did a great job of embodying Tony Stark. He had great special effects. I love how Marvel incorporates like humor in it, so it's like also really funny, as well as like action-packed. So I thought it was really good too.
Well, well, personally, I like what you said about the appealing narcissist, because personally, I did not find him to be an appealing narcissist. I found him to be just a narcissist, and it got kind of grating for me just watching this movie with this guy who's just like kind of like rambling on, this huge ego, just like getting in everyone's face. So personally, I thought the act kind of got old a little too fast. But
See, I like that. I thought that made me even love Robert Downey Jr. even more because he had such a sarcastic and dry
Yeah.
sense of humor that I feel like you had to get into it to be able to enjoy that.
Yeah.
And actually, Tom Cruise was going to be casted as Tony Stark and not
Ooh,
Robert Downey Jr. And I think that movie just
Dodged
would
a
have went.
bullet.
Yes, it would have went downhill very
Not good.
fast. No.
I don't know. He's a pretty good actor, but
And as seen in the trailer, I thought one of the best scenes, well, not, there are many great scenes, were when he dodges the tank missile and then he
Very cool.
shoots a little missile at the tank, walks away majestically as it blows up, and you're just like,
Boom.
yes, Iron Man.
Okay.
Iron Man.
I will concede that that was even a good
Very
scene
special
in this
effects.
movie.
Yeah. I mean, another fun fact is that the suit was 415 pieces, 50, not 15 pieces. So it just shows how much time they put into this
yeah.
movie to
Wait,
make
that's a lot.
his suit.
They actually built the suit.
They
Yeah.
actually
I
built
thought it was
I don't
all
think-
just a
I don't think
green.
it was CGI. I think it was all like actual
Well-
pieces
Yeah.
to it, which is really cool.
I'm a little convinced that some shots were
Well, some
CGI.
but like they had to create it.
Yeah.
And the work that Robert Downey Jr. actually put into this film was he spent 5 days a week working out, weight training, learning martial arts in order to become the Iron Man. So that just shows how great of an actor he is, how perfect he was for the part. And I don't think anyone could have done it better than him, personally.
One guy I also did like was what was his name? The guy who played War Machine. I believe it was Terrence Howard. It was Terrence
Terrence Howard,
Howard, and I liked him in this movie. I remember because he gets cut out for some reason of even
yeah.
the Avengers and Iron Man 2. But I actually really liked him.
Yeah, I thought, I was really upset when Terrence Howard wasn't in the second or third Iron Man. I think he's a great actor.
Yeah.
So.
They did pick a good choice to replace him, John Cheadle, though. So
I thought he did all right. To be
Yeah.
honest.
okay.
So, I don't know what else. So we'll be taking a break and looking at this week's Perfect Pets.
My name is Josie. I love being scratched underneath my neck and getting loved. I need a home.
Hi, I'm Casanova. I'm practically fearless in the way that I'm not afraid to say hello.
My name's Tyson. Be careful when you pet me. I'll start licking and giving you a little love nibble.
I'm Autumn. I'm only 8 months old, but they say I'm the sweetest and most snuggly girl ever.
To find out more about adoption for these pets or others, contact the Cooley Region Humane Society at 781-4014.
And again, the number is 781-4014. So, for my movie, I did Captain America, and to give a little background, it is about a young man from Brooklyn, New York, named Steve Rogers. It's 1942, so it's World War II. Steve wants to join the Army, but he's too skinny and he has several medical conditions, so he's denied, the right to join. But then a brilliant scientist runs into Steve and notices that Steve has a good heart, so he gives him the opportunity of a lifetime. Steve undergoes an experiment that essentially makes him super tall and super buff. He was supposed to be part of this super soldier program that was foiled when a Hydra agent kills the scientist that made the experiment that gave Steve his powers. What is Hydra, you ask? Great question. In the movie, Hydra is a former Nazi terrorist group hell-bent on world domination. So they're basically like the Nazis, except they have futuristic weapons. They are led by supervillain Johann Schmidt, aka the Red Skull, who also shares the same super strength abilities like Steve, except, well, you guessed it, he has a red skull. Steve teams up with his childhood best friend, Bucky Barnes, the tough but beautiful British officer Peggy Carter, and a handful of his trusty soldiers, as well as his trusty shield, to defeat Hydra and the Red Skull. Here's a trailer to give you a look.
I got beat up in that alley.
You just don't know when to give up.
I could do this all day.
Do you have something against running away?
You start running, they'll never let you stop. You really gonna do this now?
There are men laying down their lives. I got no right to do any less than them.
I can offer you a chance.
Our goal is to create a new breed of super soldiers. When you brought a 90-pound asthmatic onto my army base, I let it slide.
I am looking for qualities beyond the physical.
You win wars with guts.
Grenade! Everybody down!
Is this a test? He's still skinny.
Whatever happens, stay who you are. Not just a soldier, but a good man.
Is it too late to go to the bathroom?
You actually did it.
Who the hell are you? The first of many.
Hydra is the Nazi Deep Science Division, led by Johann Schmidt.
He thinks he's a god, and he's willing to blow up half the world to prove it.
You're not even close to this technology.
I asked for an army, and all I got was you.
Congratulations. You just got promoted.
Mr. Stark?
I had some ideas about the uniform.
You're gonna get so many girls.
Captain, we are much alike.
I don't know if I can do this.
You won't be alone.
What made you so special?
Nothing. I'm just a kid from Brooklyn.
Hey!
You're late.
Nobody's perfect.
Personally, I thought that movie was great. It had good old-fashioned action. You know, it was entertaining throughout. It had great special effects, and I really liked the sort of like retro feel of like the movie. Like it was placed in the 1940s. New York looked great with its old-fashioned cars and buildings. The story was, you know, it was straightforward. It wasn't too complex. You know, good versus evil. That's what I liked about that too. And there was great acting. I thought Chris Evans made a wonderful Captain America. He plays the role with confidence and heart, and I thought that was great. And Haley Atwell also holds her own as Peggy Carter. She does a great job as being, you know, the counterpart, and they have great chemistry, as well as being a love interest. So I thought that was good. What did you guys think about it?
I really enjoyed the movie. I like how actually that Chris Evans has been multiple superheroes.
True.
But
He's
it was
done a good job.
Yeah, he did a really good job. Actually, this is my favorite role for him.
Yeah, I agree.
Because Fantastic Four, I really wasn't a fan
Yeah,
of. So I
wasn't that
liked.
good.
Yeah, I liked how he could be a more powerful,
Yeah.
how he could be Captain America, and the transformation scene. He did good.
Yeah, yeah.
He did good.
Okay, well, I did like this movie better than I liked Iron Man. I'll say that.
That's a plus.
I like what you said about the retro feel to it. It really did kind of remind me of those like really old action adventure movies
Yeah,
that
that's what-
maybe
that's what I
like
really liked about it.
from like the 50s or something.
Yeah.
I kind of almost of like Indiana Jones is what I thought.
Yeah, it had that like throwback feel to it, which is really
And it
nice.
also, one part that I really liked, I don't know, this is just kind of random, but there's a certain part when he's touring around and they have him like promote like
Himself.
collecting stuff.
Well, it's like
for
collecting
World
war bonds.
Yeah, collecting war
From the
bonds
war, yeah.
for World War II. And I thought that was a really cool and like creative
yeah.
thing to do because I feel like if he did actually exist
Yeah.
in the world, that's something that
Like
they would have a
incorporated the
Captain
history of it,
America do.
which is nice.
Yeah, I really liked it. So.
I also thought it was cool how, you know, it incorporated, you know, important themes like courage and standing up for what's right. I thought that was cool. I felt like it appealed to everyone because, you know, it had a love interest, so, you know, the girls would like it. It had action for the guys, so, you know, that's nice.
A bit of a downer ending, though, I will
Very
say.
true.
Don't mean to
Yes.
spoil anything, but it gets pretty,
was pretty
pretty sad at the
Pretty
end.
sad. But yeah, overall, it's just a fun movie that, you know, I'd like to watch
Yeah.
again and again.
I don't know.
Well, let's take another break with another look at some cute fuzzy animals in Perfect Pets.
My name is Josie. I love being scratched underneath my neck and getting loved. I need a home.
Hi, I'm Casanova. I'm practically fearless in the way that I'm not afraid to say hello.
My name's Tyson. Be careful when you pet me. I'll start licking and giving you a little love nibble.
I'm Autumn. I'm only 8 months old, but they say I'm the sweetest and most snuggly girl ever.
To find out more about adoption for these pets or others, contact the Cooley Region Humane Society at 781-4014.
All right, once again, that number is 781-4014. And for our final movie today on Screening Room, we have Batman Begins. And this movie, obviously, is about the origins of Batman. It starts out when he's just a little boy, and it pretty much deals with his classic Batman tropes, his horrific childhood in which his parents are killed, and how he's taken care of by Alfred the butler. And then it jumps ahead 14 years in which Bruce is going on this kind of spiritual, martial arts journey across the world, trying to find a purpose in life. And he finally does when he comes across a group called the League of Shadows, which start training him in all sorts of mysterious ways. Overall, it's very good. Let's check out the trailer.
You've traveled the world. Now you must journey inwards. What you really fear is inside you. There is no turning back. The parent's death was not your fault. The training is nothing. The will is everything. If you make yourself more than just a man, if you devote yourself to an ideal, you become something else entirely. Are you ready to begin? Where are you?
All right, so that was Batman Begins, and I have to say, we've done a lot of Marvel movies this Screening Room, and I have to say that I personally prefer DC movies. I really like Batman. He's my favorite superhero. And in Batman Begins, even though we have seen a lot of these tropes before, like the parents dying and the other 6 movies that came before Batman Begins, I think that this one is the first one that really got it right, and the one that, really made me love superheroes. What did you guys think?
I loved Batman Begins and all of, actually, that trilogy with Christian Bale.
Oh,
I
yes.
thought he was definitely a great Batman.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
He played him well. He really got me into those movies, and I liked the villains, especially with Scarecrow, and like all of like what he was
And
about.
who can forget about the Joker, though? Pretty legendary.
Yes.
Very true. I like the dark theme for it. It was it was grittier, but it made me really interested in the movie compared to Marvel movies. They're like happier, but
Yeah.
for Batman, it just made sense. And that's
Yeah.
what I really liked about it.
Yeah, how do you guys feel about like these DC movies being darker than kind of Marvel movies? Like there's like Superman or Man of Steel or whatever it's called, which is much darker, and there's these Batman movies, but like the Marvel movies are all like kind of popcorn friendly. How do you guys feel about that?
Well, I mean, I think it's kind of great how the comics, like, they're known for, like, one's darker, one's more lighthearted, because if you want more of a comic relief, you can go and do the Marvel movies. You can watch Robert Downey Jr. be sarcastic, or if you want more serious, go watch Christian Bale. Like, it's pretty much,
It's like a win-win.
Yeah, it can fit any of your moods.
Yeah,
so
definitely. Well,
that's good.
I definitely prefer these darker movies, maybe because I have less of a sense of humor or something, but I don't know.
And I just think like the trilogy was really made out great. Yeah, the
Oh, yeah.
Joker was
Yes.
awesome with Heath Ledger, may he rest in peace, and then Bane with
Bane was
Tom
awesome.
Hardy. They're very
Very
time
good.
consuming but very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was actually going to review one of these later movies, The Dark Knight or Dark Knight Rises, but I thought people tend to kind of forget about Batman Begins.
Very true. They did a good job of like setting up the ground for those two other movies. that
Especially for
everyone
the third one.
Oh yeah. So I thought that was, it did a great job.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's overshadowed by The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
But
What a huge movie.
yeah, I still thought it did.
That's very
well.
true. I can't remember the last time I actually watched Batman Begins, because if I want to watch one
Yeah,
of
just
those,
skipped right to the second one.
yeah, I kind of
I
go
think a lot
right
of
to
people
the
do
Dark
that.
Knight.
They kind of forget how good it was because it
Yeah.
like started it off. They
Yeah.
did replace Katie Holmes though.
Yeah,
true.
I mean, I liked.
I like the
Katie
first one.
Holmes.
I like the first.
The first
Rachel.
Rachel. Yeah,
to
definitely
be
do.
honest.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about related movies. When I think about like DC Comics, Thor definitely comes to mind with Chris Hemsworth. We cannot complain about him. Maybe you can.
Okay. Well, that's actually funny you brought that up because that's actually my favorite one of the Marvel movies. I actually thought the humor worked a lot better in that one than
That was
almost
funny,
any
yeah.
of the other ones. Because I thought they played it almost as like a straight comedy. 'Cause it's like,
Oh yeah.
let's be honest, it's kind of goofy. There's just like this guy basically walks out of like Lord of the Rings into the movie.
Yeah, how he's this god figure that just comes down with a big
Yeah.
hammer, and how he plays all dumb.
Yeah, it was more like
Yeah.
larger than life, more
Yeah.
cartoony.
Yeah.
Which is
I
what I,
think
liked
that's what
about
I
it.
liked about it. Yeah.
Doesn't take itself too seriously.
Yeah, I didn't have like high expectations.
I didn't
for
either.
That, but
That's how it is with Marvel movies. You know, you look at it looks kind of wacky, and you don't have high expectations, and you watch it, turns out being like super good. So
yeah. So another one, I guess, is a new one. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy and Ant-Man, which are both Marvel movies. They're both wacky in their own sense. You know, they have lots of humor, which is what I really like about it. But they have emotion. You know, they have action, and that's what I like about Marvel movies. It's like they balance all three of those really well.
Yeah, definitely. Guardians of the Galaxy, I'd say besides Thor, that would be my favorite. Also, probably, now that I think about it, probably because it's just as goofy as Thor is. I mean, they go around like
it's very
dancing
goofy.
all the time and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it does not take itself seriously.
Yeah.
I can't really think of any DC movies that I really like besides the
All that,
Batman
all that
trilogy.
comes to mind is
Yeah,
Batman.
it's pretty much just Batman.
Yeah,
Because Man of Steel.
Man of Steel was.
Yeah.
I
thought it was
watched that
alright.
once and I fell asleep.
It was okay. I actually got a migraine while watching it,
Oh
so
yeah,
that's how
Just
my
literally
my
straight
mood
action
is coming.
throughout, which is, I mean, it's cool, but like
And
there
also,
wasn't really
basically,
story.
Superman just gets beat up for like the whole movie.
Yeah, for like
so I was
an
like,
hour. So I'm like, this
what's
is
going
cool.
on?
Yeah.
Don't want to see my hero get destroyed.
Yeah, I know. I'm rooting for this guy.
I mean, also the Avengers series. I don't know
yeah.
how you feel about them, because you're pro DC, but I liked how Marvel did a good job of tying them in to like at the end of Iron Man. You really had to pay attention.
So after credits, always stay after theater. That's what I
Yes.
learned.
That's another thing.
I learned that the hard way. I'm like, wait a
Just
minute.
waiting.
That's another thing. I don't like having to wait like an extra
I know.
10 minutes just to
It's
see like
true.
the
I
time.
mean, it's like 10 seconds.
super
Sometimes it's not even
annoying.
worth it, but most of the time it's interesting and it's worth staying.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't think I ever really realized the tie-in until I saw Thor, and I was like, whoa, I have to go back and watch
yeah.
Iron Man to see how they get him in
Yeah,
this.
no.
Yeah.
The Avengers, I do like how they just mix all the superheroes together.
Yeah, it was ambitious,
But-
and it worked.
It's just like no one really gets like enough screen time. It almost seems like to me. We're just like
Really?
you know.
Really?
Well, like for a movie, just for like one movie,
Like
it's
there's
hard
just-
to get.
Yeah, I mean,
everyone.
it just seemed like there were too many characters. Is what I
That's
was
true,
thinking.
but I mean, balancing wise, I feel like everyone sort of got their own time. Like no one hero was focused,
That's true.
and no one
That's
hero
true.
was like left out really.
That's a good counter to it.
And like,
Plus, Loki is a great villain, by the way.
yeah.
I love Loki,
Yeah.
even though he is a villain.
Yeah,
He's my favorite villain.
very true. Same. I agree.
Yeah. And I guess if for all the sequels, how they did tie it into the Avengers, which in a way is kind of bad. Like if you didn't ever see the
Yeah, you have
Avengers
to catch up
and
on
you
a lot of movies.
Oh,
yeah, and
It's
you
just-
wanted
oh
to
my
see
gosh.
you're like,
But it's
oh,
worth it.
I have to dedicate a week to catching up.
Just to
Especially
binge
the second, I think it was the second Captain America movie, just like completely changes a lot of the things
Oh, yeah.
in like the
There's-
Marvel
yeah.
universe. So I feel
like
like a
how
lot
it's
of people
cool, though.
skip that. It was cool,
because
but
like each movie is important. You don't want to miss out on a movie, and like some movies, like Ant-Man, not to spoil or anything, but it's like more of a separate movie. Like it doesn't really tie into that universe, but it still has little references that are like neat if you can catch up on it.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen Ant-Man. I guess I don't even know when that really came out. Sadly,
It was this summer.
Ant-Man,
Okay,
yeah, it came out this
I was
summer.
not in America this summer, so that makes sense. So I definitely have some catching up to do.
Well, the thing about Ant-Man is it was originally supposed to be directed, I believe, by this very like quirky kind of British director, Edgar Wright, who made like Shaun of the Dead,
Yeah.
if you remember that. So it was supposed to be like this kind of crazy comedy, but
Still
then
really funny.
he got fired, I think, because
Yeah.
it didn't fit with the Marvel vision. But I don't know.
Really good.
So, oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Green Lantern also came to mind. That's
Oh gosh.
DC, yeah.
Let's-
What do you think about that?
Well, it's pretty awful. The villain is basically like this giant, like poop monster. It's just gross. I don't know what to think about it.
Yeah, I mean, the effects are pretty cool, but the dialogue was pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of it. I mean, it's not too bad, but it's definitely not.
It's just
my
compared
top.
to Batman, it's completely
Yeah.
different.
And
You know,
it
Marvel sort of has that like universal feel to it.
Yeah, that about those like the Dark Knight trilogy. I do like this idea of a cinematic universe, but I'm glad that it did not happen
Oh
to
yeah,
Dark Knight movies.
that's separate. You don't want
That would not have
tarnish
worked
that.
at all.
Yeah, I can't see that working at all.
Just imagine like Batman teaming up with Green Lantern, they go fight the like poop
what's
fog or
Batman
whatever it
gonna
was. That'd be terrible.
Poop monster.
Also, isn't who's gonna be the new Batman again? It's not Christian.
Ben
Ben
Affleck.
Affleck. Yep.
Oh, I'm so upset. I
Why?
mean, I don't like Ben Affleck.
Why?
At all. I mean, wasn't he Daredevil? But still.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was bad.
He's the man.
I don't think I'm gonna see that one.
I'm kind of skeptical, but like when Heath Ledger was cast as the Joker, people were skeptical, and then look what happened.
Or even Anne Hathaway as Catwoman.
Yeah, very true. And so I mean, we'll just wait and see.
So let's see what is new in theaters this week. No?
Yeah. All right, so new in theaters this week is Spectre, the new James Bond movie. I know I'm interested in checking that out. I really like Skyfall. The Peanuts movie.
I love Peanuts.
Yeah. Christopher Schultz. Great idea for a movie. Bridge of Spies, I think it's the new Steven Spielberg movie. And Goosebumps, based off the beloved children's horror book series.
That was my childhood.
And The Martian, which I've actually seen. I think it's really good.
Very good.
I think you
was
guys should
good.
go see it. Very funny.
I actually want to see
It was fun,
Goosebumps
yeah.
because that was our childhood. Also coming soon, Love the Coopers, The Night Before, The Good Dinosaur, The Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 2, which I am so excited for. Right before Thanksgiving, it is
yeah.
coming out.
See it with my family.
Finally, we get to see
The end.
the end.
Have you read the books?
No, I've
you
not
not
read
know.
the books, but the
right.
I heard
movies.
a lot of people die, so looking forward to that.
Yeah, especially because Mockingjay Part 1 ended so emotionally that
Yeah.
I need Part 2.
All right. Now on DVD, Terminator Genesis, Trainwreck, Mr. Holmes, and Selfless. Terminator Genesis I thought was an alright installment to the Terminator series. You know, bringing back Arnold was great for one, but overall, I mean, the story was kind of in several places. I couldn't really follow it
Okay.
and whatnot. Trainwreck was hilarious. Mr. Holmes, haven't seen it, but Selfless seems really good.
New at the Rib is Crimson Peak, Sicario, Inside Out, Minions, and The Visit. And that looks like all the time we have for this week's Screening Room. Catch us next time.
I'm sorry, I took your DVD. I just realized it.